Church Origins, Part 6 Intro, The Long Road to the Reformation. For the past 5 parts, we've traced how the Church grew from its beginning in the book of Acts, through persecution, compromise, corruption, and the underground faith movements that kept the Word alive. By Part 5, we saw how faithful believers across Europe risked everything to keep the Scriptures, even as Rome tightened its grip. Now in Part 6 we enter the final stretch, the long road to the Reformation. The 1500s may look like a sudden explosion, but in truth the fire had been smoldering for centuries. Political corruption, spiritual decay, new ideas, new tools, and a rising hunger for God's truth were all converging. By the time Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses in 1517, the world was already primed for change. In this last section, we'll walk through those final pressures. The corruption at the top of the papacy, the revolution of printing and education, the struggle of nations against Rome's power, and finally the spark that lit the Reformation. And at the end we'll pause to see God's hand in it all, because the story of the Church is not just history, it is the story of Christ preserving His Word and His people through every trial.